evening. It's almost 7 o'clock, which means it's almost time for us to get started to talk about how you can save money using essential oils. And I think that's a hot topic right now because you go to the grocery store and you see these essential oils for sale really cheap, and then you see other oils that are being sold at a higher cost, and you may wonder, why are those so much more expensive? Is it worth it? And if you know what the difference is and you want to use those essential oils, the higher quality ones, you may wonder, well, how can I afford something that's a little bit more expensive when you understand the quality? So we're going to talk about what some of the differences are in quality of essential oils, and then how you can save money and still get the best product for the best price, because isn't that what we all want? To save a buck but make sure you're getting something worthwhile, not that you just go to the dollar store and you get something that's going to be thrown away in a couple days. You want something that's going to last. You want something that's going to have a benefit for you and your family, which is why you start to use essential oils in the first place. And to help me out tonight, I have my diffuser going, and I have 2 essential oils in it. So I have Believe, which is a beautiful blend that just gives you all sorts of optimism and excitement about life. I love the way it smells. It has a blend of balsam Canada, coriander, bergamot, frankincense, Idaho blue spruce, ylang ylang, and geranium. So it's like a woodsy floral smell that just is amazing. And because I love citrus fruits, I've added orange essential oil to that. So it just makes a really wonderful, inviting smell. And isn't that diffuser just really pretty? So I wanted to have that on because we have diffusers going on pretty much all the time in our house. So before we get started, I wanted to issue a disclaimer. So I am not a medical professional, and I'm not issuing any medical advice. So I'm not going to talk about diagnosing, treating, preventing, curing any type of diseases, right? This is just for educational purposes only. It's up to you to do your own research. If you have a doctor, talk to them, seek their advice before starting any regimen or anything like that. Okay, so let's talk about why we need essential oils in our lives, right? So essential oils are the most powerful part of the plant. So when you think about where that best essence is, that's what an essential oil is. And it can come from the roots, the rind, the resin, the flower part. It can come from the leaves. It all depends. Each plant is different where you're going to find the beneficial property. And the essential oil does for the plant what it can also do for the human body. So when a plant is cut down, the essential oil goes into like a fight or flight method, and it's trying to preserve that plant even though it's been cut down, right? You cut grass, and then that's when the smell is released. So it's kind of like that with essential oils, right? Those oils come out to do their job, to preserve the DNA of the plant and to try to, protect it. And so essential oils can do that for your body too. They're so small, they can get all over your body, and they can affect and influence every part of your body. So they're pretty, not miraculous, but they're pretty amazing little things. And each essential oil can have hundreds of different chemical compounds that make up one specific oil. And so it's really important to get a product that has the right level of each of those different constituents. Essential oils typically don't go bad like other, vegetable oils and things like that, and they're much more concentrated than herbs. So we'll talk a little bit more about that, because it takes just pounds and pounds and bunches of raw plant material to produce a small amount of essential oils. So why do we talk about essential oils, right? Why does this matter? Why why would it impact you, right? So experts agree that pretty much anybody who's serious about improving their health needs to replace products that are made with toxic chemicals. And pretty much everything that you use in your home could potentially have toxic chemicals in it. So from your hand soap to your dish soap, to your laundry detergent, dryer sheets, to your body wash, shampoo, conditioner, all that kind of stuff can all be filled with toxic ingredients that can be harmful to you. And when we think that Americans spend, 80 to 90% of their time indoors, and the indoor air is far more polluted than the outdoor air, right? That's why we're more susceptible to these chemicals that are in our homes, and they do more damage to us because we're indoors so often, whether it's our own homes or our workplace, at school, those sorts of things. We're inside, and that's where those concentration of chemicals is so much higher. Okay, because there's not good ventilation, we're not getting fresh air. So of the chemicals found in homes, 150 have been linked to allergies, birth defects, cancer, psychological abnormalities, and over 80% of adults and 90% of children have residues of one or more harmful pesticides in their bodies, right? So that's why eating organic is important, because when you don't, if you just eat regular fruits and vegetables that are coated in pesticides, and you ingest those foods without washing them thoroughly, you're gonna get that inside your body, right? You're gonna have that leftover pesticide in your body, and that's just really unhealthy for you. Then you top it off and you think about that 80% of cancers are due to environmental factors like lack of exercise, poor diet, stress. Those are things that are contributing to cancer, as opposed to just things that are within your genes, right? Genetic defects only account for 5 to 10% of cancers. The rest are things that we're exposed to in our environments, okay? So if you think I'm crazy, which some people do, that's fine. Go ahead and go to your cupboard. If you don't want to do it now, you can do it later, but go to your cupboard and pull out your shampoo bottle. And then I want you to Google every single ingredient that you read on it. And when you Google it, Google harmful effects of, and then the ingredient. And I think you would agree with me that you'll probably be shocked by what you find in your own kitchen cabinets, or in your bathroom, in the sink, or under the countertop. Okay, so just check it out and see what we're exposing our bodies to. And if you just think, if a little bit of a chemical is in here, a little bit of a chemical is in that, it's not going to do me any harm, right? Every American is exposed to these things. It's no big deal. Okay, so let's talk about some of the effects of these chemicals are on our bodies and the way that they can manifest themselves. Okay, so if you suffer from asthma or respiratory issues, if you have eye irritation, skin irritation, headaches, nausea, irritability, allergies, reproductive concerns, thyroid dysfunction, hormone level disruption, brain damage, neurotoxicity, kidney damage, liver damage, cancer, immunotoxicity, right? All of those are potential side effects from the chemicals that are in our daily products. So if you have any of those symptoms, it could be due to the toxic chemicals that you're allowing in your home. And the government is not required to disclose everything that's inside, and they're not required to put warning labels on their bottles. So you have to be your own advocate. You have to do your own research. You need to look these things up. And companies will hide behind, oh, this is all natural, or this is organic, and then we believe that, okay, this is a natural organic product, it must be safe. Not necessarily the case. I mean, I've run out of my dish soap, right? And I went to the store and I wanted to buy just a soap from over the counter. And it said all natural, non-toxic, plant-based. So I thought, okay, this has got to be pretty good, right? Well, I was wrong. I read the ingredients and there were still ingredients on that label that I choose to avoid for me and my family. And so I couldn't buy it because it was still toxic. And I just get so frustrated by the lies that we're allowed to be told, right? These corporations don't owe us anything in their minds, and they can lie to us and they can trick us and they can fool us with advertising gimmicks. And they're allowed to do that. And we have to decide to take control and read those labels ourselves and to figure out what those toxins are so that we can avoid them, right? So we don't have those harmful effects. And some of the ingredients that we choose to avoid, and the list may be longer or shorter for you, that's your decision, but we avoid parabens, we avoid phthalates, we avoid sodium lauryl sulfate and sodium laureth sulfate. We avoid propylene glycol. We avoid triclosan. We avoid fragrance, formaldehyde. You know, so those are just a few of the ones that we avoid, and those can be really, really hard to find regular ingredients or products in the store that don't have those ingredients. But I'm kind of taking this seriously. You know, my kids are worth it. My health is worth it, right? I want to be around as long as I can, and I want to be healthy while I'm around for my kids. I want to see my grandkids. I want my girls and my son to grow up healthy. I don't want them to start puberty earlier than they have to. I don't want them to deal with hormonal disruption and allergies and all these things, you know. I don't want that kind of life for them. And so I've taken this pretty seriously. So, again, the reason this matters is because these chemicals build up in our bodies, right? Our bodies aren't made to get rid of those toxins, right? They're foreign to our bodies, and our body doesn't know what to do with that, and we can't digest it and we can't work it through our bodies. So they build up over time, right? So a little bit from your conditioner, a little bit from your shampoo, a little bit from your makeup, a little bit from your laundry soap, from your dish soap, from your hand soap, from your lotion, from your this and your that, and it just all adds up, right? All builds up in our bodies, and that's when you start to see it manifested in a variety of different ways. And I kind of mentioned it before, you know, don't just believe a label if it says natural, organic, plant-based. That doesn't really mean anything. Those terms are not regulated. It's up to you to do your research to find out what that means and how you can protect your family. Okay, they're great. The Environmental Working Group has a great app that you can like plug products into to see how they rate on a scale from 0 to 10, with 0 being non-toxic and 10 being the most toxic, or you can do your own research and look up the ingredients. I'm not judging, because I had all these products in my house too. When I first started learning about this, I started looking at all the labels on all the products that I was using, and I just started throwing things away because I was convicted, right? That it was a big deal for me, you know, or toothpaste, it's just everything. It's just mind-boggling. But maybe the things that convict you are different. And so just start at that place where you go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm allowing this into my house. And then you start to make some simple swaps here and there as you decide to do that. You know, some people just as they use through a product, then they replace it with something healthier. You know, totally up to you what that looks like. But I would encourage you to take it seriously and to take a look and see how you could, you know, live a healthier life just by ridding your home and your bodies of those toxic chemicals. And I mentioned in the beginning that there is a wide quality difference between what you're going to get at your health food store and what you're going to get from a company like Young Living. And Young Living is the only essential oil company that I will use for me and my kids and my husband and our pets. So the reason that I choose Young Living is they have the seed to seal guarantee, which means that they monitor every step of the process, from selecting the seeds to the ground that's virgin, meaning no pesticides, fertilizers, nothing like that, to the growth process, to, you know, bringing in the harvest, to distilling it. Every step of the process is monitored and controlled. And the reason that is because these products can be so potent and so powerful, right? They've been around for centuries, you know, since the beginning of time, and they are used for so many different things. And messing up the chemical compounds and adding in additional chemicals to the essential oil can cause some hazardous effects. You know, where lavender is usually soothing, if you have fake lavender that's synthetic, it can actually irritate your skin, right? If that chemical makeup isn't done properly, it can cause some adverse effects. And so Young Living takes they take their business very seriously, right? They're the founders of the essential oil movement that's modern. And every product that they make sure that it's distilled at low pressures and low temperatures, because you don't want to lose the integrity of the oil. We don't do, you know, double distillation or triple distillation to pull out more product. We test our products again and again and again. And some companies go for, you know, does this smell good? Young Living's purpose is different. Our purpose is to make sure that the essential oil can do for you what you expect it to do for you. And because of that, the levels of the chemical components in the essential oil each have to be at certain levels and within certain ranges for them to do what they're made to do. And if you skew those levels, the essential oil won't have the intended effect. So we make sure that our products are harvested and distilled at those perfect times so that you get the best quality, right? So that when you use lavender, it's going to do what you expect lavender to do. Do you want to just come say hello? They can see your shadow. And so that's why I choose Young Living. It's the only essential oil company that I trust, and the only one that we use in our home. What's really cool too is that if you want to go to a Young Living farm, you can see every step of the process. And you can participate and you can ask questions and you can talk to the staff and you can participate in that experience and really get a first-hand view of what we do. And that's pretty unique. So then people go, okay, well, if it is such a high quality product, then isn't it expensive? And that's what we're going to talk about, right? How you can get the best product for the best price. And think about it this way, right? If you become sick, how much does that cost, right? If you get cancer, how much money does that cost? It's a 2.7 trillion annual healthcare expenditures last year. Okay, that's a lot of money that we're spending on being sick. So if we could take some of that money and focus that on being healthy, right? That preventative care, that preventative maintenance, right? You take your car to the oil change because you want to make sure that it runs as well as it can for as long as it can. The same thing is needed for our bodies, right? We need to make sure that our bodies are getting what they need so that they can function the best, so that they can stay the best that they can. So just keep that in the back of your head. Also, we're not talking about spending more money. We're talking about shifting how you're spending your money. So instead of taking your money and going to, Target, Walmart, the other grocery store and spending your money, you're going to spend it somewhere else. So not more money, you're just spending it elsewhere. So if you think about the average American spends about the average American household of 4 spends about $150 each month on supplements, cleaning items, and hygiene items, right? So we're not saying spend more than you would normally spend, just shift where you're spending it and spend it in a healthier way. And we're gonna give you some other savings tips. So the first way to save is by being a Young Living member. So you don't have to be a member to purchase Young Living products. If you choose to be a retail customer, you can do that. You're going to pay 24% more than a member would. How do you become a member, you ask? Well, you purchase a starter kit. You can purchase one that's a basic starter kit. It's $45. It comes with Stress Away Essential Oil. It comes with 2 samples of Ningxia Red, which is our superfood antioxidant drink. And it comes with a sample of the Thieves Household Cleaner, which is a perfect cleaner to clean your entire house without any of the toxins, okay? So you can get all of this for $45, then you're a member. Then you can buy anything off of the website at a 24% discount. So that's one way to become a member. but it's not your best value. If you really want the best value, instead of spending $45 for these items, you could spend $160. So yes, it is more, but then you get these 10 additional oils plus this diffuser. So for $115 more, you're getting all of that, okay? And that's a 50% savings on if you would buy those retail. So you can go to the website and you can purchase all these items individually, and that's going to run you well over $330. Or you can get it for $160 as a premium starter kit, and then you're going to get 24% off anything else you buy on the website. So that's your best value in terms of money saving. And this is how most people get started when they become a Young Living member, is with a premium starter kit. And you may think, well, what am I going to do with all those oils? Well, let me tell you, you will use them all. So, Stress Away is for any type of stress that you're dealing with, whether you're a mom, a kid, a husband, any type of breathing human being. You can use it on your pets, right? Put it in a little spray bottle and spritz it on your pets. This is just going to take the stress away, okay? Lemon is great for immune support. It's great in your water. Copaiba is for overall health and wellness. Everybody should be taking it. It's super high in beta-carophylline, even higher than in cannabinoids. Digize is for all things digestive support. So if it has to do with your tummy, use Digize. Thieves is immune support and respiratory support. So you want to use this to just keep you on the up and up and not missing any days of work or school. Peppermint is also good for the digestive system and your respiratory system. It's great before your workout. It's great in your brownies, in your coffee, or just in your water. Panaway is perfect for the skin. Soothe, apply it to muscles after exercise. Raven is great to apply to the chest, either before exercise or during the cold and winter months. Citrus Fresh just makes your home smell fresh and clean, and it's heaven. Frankincense is amazing for focus, for meditation, for calming at bedtime. It's great in your diffuser. And then lavender, we all know and love lavender, great for the skin, for the face and the body, great for your hair, great for calming at bedtime. I mean, these oils, and those are just a couple of the ways that you can use those oils. You really can use them for just so many different things. And so that's why I think it's the most bang for your buck. It's a little bit more of a front investment, but you won't regret it. You'll use up every single oil that you get in your starter kit. Okay. And if you have questions on how to use them, just send me a message or, comment, and we'll figure out how you can use them and how it will best apply for you and your family. So sorry about that. The second way to save money is by getting on Essential Rewards. And Essential Rewards is a monthly box wellness program. So there are other monthly programs or rewards programs that are out there. So Essential Rewards is Young Living's rewards program. So when you spend $50 per month on Essential Rewards, you get points back that you can then use to buy anything off of the Young Living website pretty much. There are a few exceptions, but pretty much you can redeem your points for anything on the website. You can get anywhere, as you start out, you get 10% points back. Then it goes to 20% for months 4 to 24. And after you've been doing it for over 2 years, you get 25% points back. So if you're spending $50 a month, let's say, at first you get $5 each month. So at the end of 3 months, you have $15. Then if you do it for 3 more months, when you're making 20%, instead of having $15, you'd have $30 at the end of 3 months. And that's $30 that you can spend on the website towards anything that you want. This is where that shift in spending comes in. So you might think, I don't have an extra $50 to spend on oils. That's fine. So instead of buying oils, maybe you buy toothpaste or dish soap. Maybe you buy your shampoo and your conditioner and your body wash. Maybe you buy your laundry detergent, things like that, or your deodorant or makeup. So it's not spending more money, it's taking the money that you would have spent here and instead purchasing it here where you're going to get points back, you're going to get reduced shipping, and depending on how much you spend, you also have the option to get more free things from Young Living. So that's the best way. If you're truly invested in making a lifestyle change, you need to be on Essential Rewards, because that's how you're going to maximize your savings and you're going to get more free product. The third way to save is with monthly promotions. So let's say you're not on Essential Rewards because you're like, I can't spend $50 a month. So then maybe you save up your purchases for a month where there's a special promotion that you're interested in. So every month Young Living gives you free products when you spend 100 PV, 190 PV, 250 PV, and 300 PV. So when you get to those purchase points, you can get potentially another free product. And so each month they switch it out, and it's great. Some of the oils are only available to customers who are on Essential Rewards. So there's another plug to being on our rewards program, because then you get more free product when you make your purchase. And so you just get freebies, extra freebies each month. So this month it was 4 oils and an oil container that you could get if you spent the highest amount. There was Ravensara, which is like a eucalyptus type oil. There was Acceptance, Aroma Seas, Wintergreen, and Spearmint. So it was actually 5 oils plus the display case. So each month it's different. Another way to save, the fourth way to save, is by making your own products. So you can stretch your essential oils by using them in DIYs. So instead of just applying a couple drops of lavender directly on your face, maybe you make your own moisturizer instead and then just use a few drops in the entire jar. Or you make your own eye serum or a body scrub or a spray, things like that. So you can stretch your oils that way. You can make roll-ons. So a lot of people make a Thieves and Lemon roll-on that they apply to the bottoms of their feet or their children's feet during cold and winter months, right? So you just take those couple drops of each oil, add some carrier oil, which means like an olive oil, coconut oil, almond oil, something like that. And then you top it off in a roller container, and then you apply that to the bottoms of the feet. Again, you're using less oil per application. So that stretches your money that way. Each bottle that you have, so in the starter kit you get these size bottles, they're 5 milliliter. Those have about 90 drops of essential oil. So if 1 to 2 drops in an application, that could last you 45 applications or 90, depending if you're using 1 or 2 drops. But I love making my own DIYs. I've made my own eye cream, I've made moisturizer, toner, body lotion. I've made like a dechlorinating lotion. The essential oils weren't dechlorinating, that was the vitamin C, but I added essential oils to it to make it more soothing. But body lotions, hair sprays, hair serums, nail serums, scrubs, bath salts, so many different things. And I love making the DIYs, roll-ons galore, just to try different things. So it's a lot of fun to mix the products and try new things and get exposed to them that way, and stretching your dollar. You can make them last a long time. The fifth way to save is by telling other people about Young Living. So as you start to use the products, you'll realize that you really love them, right? You'll notice the changes in your body, you'll notice the changes in your mood, you'll notice all these new things, right? And you're gonna love it and you're gonna share. Just like you share when there's a new restaurant that you like, or a movie that you like, or a new clothing store, or new music, right? You tell your friends about things that you like. So as you do that with Young Living, as people decide to get starter kits, Young Living will pay you and give you a thank you check, right? So I know that the stores that I shop in don't thank me or reward me for, referring customers to them, but Young Living will reward me for telling others about it. So that's a way for me to save money Some people get their oils for free, just they pay for what they spend by getting that, by telling other people about the products. Some people are able to use it as a part-time income. Some people have been able to replace entire incomes, like full-time incomes, with it. So it's really up to you, but that's always an option on how you can save money, get your oils paid for. And it's just by talking about it, right? It's not pushy, it's not salesy, it's just sharing, hey, I found this amazing product and I feel so much better, I am so much happier, I feel balanced, you know, life is good. All right. So again, here's how I would get started. If I was a non-Young Living member, the first place that I would get started is with a membership. I would encourage you to get the premium starter kit. That's the one that comes with the diffuser, these 10 oils, plus the bonus oil, plus the Thieves household cleaner, right? This makes a full bottle of cleaner, and the 2 samples of the superfood drink. So that's where I would get started. $160. I have never looked back. It's been the best investment of my life. Our family has noticed so much improvement. I feel better, you know, getting rid of those toxins. And if you think about all the nasty things that those chemicals can do to you, getting rid of that has just been so freeing. And, you know, now when we have things going on, if we want to sleep better, you know, I don't, you know, do anything except put some oils in the diffuser and we go to sleep. And if I, you know, upset my stomach with something that I ate, I can put my Digest in my water and take a drink of that. And if I want more energy for my exercise, I can put peppermint in my water. And if I worked out too hard, I can put Panaway on my skin. And if I want to go for a jog and want to, you know, feel good, I can put Raven on my chest. And if my kids are bothering me, I can sniff stress away, right? And if I want my skin to look good, I can put lavender and frankincense on it. And if I want my water to taste better so I can drink the number of ounces that I need to drink, I can add a couple drops of lemon to it, you know? So these are things that we do, right? Our house is different. You know, the things that we reach for when we need support in a certain area, it looks different. But we feel good, you know, it's been life-changing. And so if you're looking for something, if you have those symptoms, you know, it could be due to the toxic chemicals. And seriously take a look at what's inside your home and what you're using on your body, because it all gets into your skin, it gets into your bloodstream, it affects you, and it's bad, and it's not needed, you know? I mean, we would be such a happier and healthier community if we were able to get that stuff off of ourselves and out of our systems. So that would be my call to action, is don't delay, you know, check out those ingredients, Google them and get rid of them and replace them with either your homemade products or something from Young Living. I mean, just take a look and see what you have, and make some changes, you know, for your own good and for the good of your family. And if you have questions, please let me know. If you want to sign up, I will put my link below, because that blesses my family when you sign up with me. And then you get me with you, right? It's not just this class, is I will teach you and train you how to use the oils. And if you want to talk to other people about them, I will help you do that. And if you have questions or concerns, I'm your girl, right? We take care of you and we look out for you. We're not just going to leave you stranded. So have a blessed evening. Please let me know what your questions are. God bless, and I will talk to you soon.